Senescent cells have earned a notoriously bad reputation, branded as cellular zombies, accused of driving aging, chronic inflammation, and nearly every degenerative disease in the medical dictionary. But like most biological villains, senescent cells have a twist in their character arc. Under the right circumstances, in the right tissues, and at the right time, these so-called troublemakers can actually heal. It turns out that senescence isn't just a dead end for dysfunctional cells. It can be a temporary, carefully orchestrated program that supports regeneration, balances immune response, and even fine-tunes tissue development. In other words, senescent cells don't just break things. Sometimes they help build. The clearest example of this comes from one of the most surprising places: embryonic development. Studies in mice and humans have shown that during organogenesis, when the body is laying down its blueprints, cells in the developing kidney, limb buds, and brain transiently enter a senescent-like state. These embryonic senescent cells aren't damaged or aged. They're part of a normal developmental process, helping sculpt tissue architecture by signaling neighboring cells and coordinating complex cell rearrangements. Once their job is done, they quietly disappear, cleared by macrophages in a kind of biological cleanup operation. Here, senescence acts not as a flaw but as a feature, a temporary halt in proliferation that gives the developing body room to organize itself. This regenerative role isn't limited to embryos. In adults, wound healing offers a striking demonstration of senescence's healing side. When skin is injured, certain fibroblasts and epithelial cells in the wound margins become senescent, releasing SESB factors that summon immune cells, promote extracellular matrix remodeling, and encourage tissue closure. In this context, the SASB isn't just inflammatory noise, it's a carefully balanced signal that kicks off repair and then shuts down. Remove these senescent cells too early, and the wound heals more slowly, with more scarring. Let them linger too long, and you risk fibrosis. The key is timing. Senescence helps drive the repair process when it acts like a cellular flare gun, drawing resources to where they're needed most, and then stepping aside once the crisis is over. We also see senescence playing a balancing act in stem cell niches, particularly in the bone marrow, muscle, and gut. Here, a low level of senescent cell signaling appears to maintain tissue homeostasis, preventing uncontrolled proliferation while preserving a supportive microenvironment. In some cases, senescent niche cells help regulate stem cell quiescence, keeping these regenerative cells dormant and ready for action. Other times, senescence acts as a buffer, halting damaged or stressed progenitor cells from dividing, preventing mutations from entering the stem cell pool. It's a kind of quality control, one that ensures only fit cells contribute to regeneration. Even the heart, often thought to be low in regenerative capacity, shows signs of this duality. After myocardial infarction, transient senescence in cardiac fibroblasts and endothelial cells has been linked to early phases of repair, promoting angiogenesis and limiting adverse remodeling. Here again, the story hinges on clearance. Beneficial effects arise when senescent cells are swiftly removed after their task is complete. If not, they can become pathological, promoting fibrosis and long-term dysfunction. This double life of senescent cells presents both an opportunity and a challenge for modern medicine. The growing field of xenotherapy, using drugs to eliminate or modify senescent cells, must now proceed with more nuance. Blunt force senolytics that indiscriminately wipe out all senescent cells could unintentionally impair wound healing, delay regeneration, or disrupt tissue homeostasis. Instead, researchers are shifting focus toward precision senescence modulation, strategies that preserve the good while eliminating the bad. This might mean timing therapies around healing events, targeting specific subtypes based on molecular markers, or developing xenomorphics that reduce harmful secretions without killing the cell. In this light, senescence is starting to look less like a degenerative switch and more like a biological tool, one that evolution has adapted for both construction and demolition. It's a finely tuned state, meant to be transient, responsive, and tightly regulated. Problems arise not when senescence happens, but when it fails to resolve. Ultimately, the future of regenerative medicine may depend on our ability to understand this cellular double life. Not all senescent cells are agents of decay. Some are architects of repair, hidden in plain sight, whispering instructions to rebuild. Our job now is to learn how to listen and intervene wisely, without silencing the signals that help us heal.